A very good morning to the House at large. This is Speaker B16, and today I wish to speak in favor of the motion, and my mode of deliberation will be the English language. I hope my internet connection is stable. It seems like I'm getting a notification.
No, it's good. You can start.
It's okay with us. You may continue.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Well, I would like to begin on account of 3, 2, 1. I quote Winston Churchill: "The price of greatness is responsibility." Now, we have always upheld the media as the fourth pillar of democracy and the protector of rights. But then why is it that media houses are not held accountable for the blatant miscarriage of justice and fundamental rights in the garb of public interest? An act where a few presume that the guilt is on the part of the accused. Justice and law, ladies and gentlemen, are no longer about the process, but the outcome of the media trials, which happen to violate the fundamental rights of the accused. I would like to continue by mentioning the various articles that support the fact that media violates the fundamental rights. I start by mentioning Article 12 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, both of them which embody the right to privacy and the fact that the individual in question, that is the accused here, must not be subjected in any circumstances to arbitrary intrusion of privacy, nor shall his honor and reputation be attacked. The next being the Article 19(1)(a). Article 19(1)(a) ensures a fair trial and right to privacy. And most importantly, the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty. This happens to be the golden law, ladies and gentlemen, which the media houses purposely ignore because it doesn't serve their point. Because until and unless a particular piece of information doesn't help them score the points for a particular political affiliation or TRPs, it doesn't matter to them. I must highlight another way, which states that personal or information which is not connected to any public activity or public interest, which would cause an unwarranted invasion of privacy of the person in question. Now, since that I've mentioned this one, in the recent scenario, ladies and gentlemen, the very question of personal space and personal information has been violated so much that even before the court gets the evidences, the various media houses expose the evidences and harm the judiciary in the most unimaginable, unfathomable manner. To support my stand, I will be mentioning 2 cases here, which will depict the aforesaid violations. Beginning with the first one, which happens to be the Arushi Talwar murder case. Now, Rajesh and Nupur Talwar, the parents of the victim, with multiple theories being floated around them as their motive, were the initial suspects. But for an entire decade, the media branded the parents as murderers, sensationalized the case with many wild theories, and blatant character assassination was done of both the parents, being passed off as news in mainstream media. If this isn't problematic, then what is, ladies and gentlemen? I move on to the next, that is the Ferguson, Missouri case. Now, in the Ferguson, Missouri case, it was the blatant misrepresentation of biased facts by the media, where Darren Wilson, a police officer, was held as an example of white supremacy for killing and shooting an 18-year-old African-American named Michael Brown. Now, this not only led to widespread protests in the entire nation, it burned down the communal thread of harmony in the very town of Ferguson. Though it was later decided by a grand jury that Wilson will not be charged with the shooting, but the damage had already been done. In the end, heinous crimes must be condemned and brought in light by media, but it is not possible in any manner for the media to usurp the function of the judiciary and deviate from the objective of unbiased reporting. The implications of continued unaccountability with respect to the jury will be resulting in the erosion of civil rights of the citizens. And with this, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Participant, for your performance. Yes, now, I would request our jury member to ask the question from participant.
How do you foresee the role of regulating agency? Are they doing their job properly?
Thank you so much for the question, sir. With due respect to the jury, I would like to answer. So, as far as regulating bodies are concerned, we have certain regulating bodies like the NBA here, which National Broadcasting Agency, which look after the various aspects of how media can misrepresent facts. There are times when people even report it, but they go unnoticed because of the various lacunas that are present in the judiciary, the loopholes in the very laws that are there to protect the integrity of the person in question. Like there is one mentioned in Article 19, subclause 2, which talks about the various restrictions imposed upon the media. That media trials can be held as the contempt of court in both type, the civil and criminal cases as well. But since and I would like to emphasize on this, that criminal contempt can be of three types. That is, number one, scandalization. Number two is hindrance in the administration of justice. And number three will be in the very prejudicing the trial. And it is ironically very sad, sir, that all of these boxes, that all of these items that I just mentioned are ticked by Indian media. And it is apparently very sad that our regulating bodies haven't been able to do a job that they were instituted for.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.